Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to the Smart Goals Challenge. We're going to have a challenge for New Year's to help everyone set some SMART goals and make some improvements. I'm really excited to have everyone here live and participating in the class, and those of you who are watching this as a replay, there's plenty of ways for you to get involved as well, so I'm going to let you know about all of that. In this challenge, our SMART Goals Challenge, I'm going to help you reach your goals by giving you some lessons, videos, resources, and community support. So being an active participant is really going to help you, and I'm going to give you some things that you can start doing right away today to take part and to be a participant. And one of the things that I'm going to suggest is that you check out the lessons that go along with the SMART Goals Challenge that are on my website. So I'll put that here in the comments. And so these videos will be available on the website, as well as some additional resources that I'll show you today in class. Today's class format is going to be a little different than our Friday question and answer classes. I'm going to talk at the beginning and give you a lesson about SMART goals. And then when I've covered that material, I will take questions at the end. So please save your questions for then. And we'll also have our regular question and answer class on Friday, where you can ask me questions about pronunciation, intonation, everything related to improving your communication for personal and professional use in American English. So I just want to say that the point of having SMART goals is to help you get organized, to stay motivated, and to celebrate the successes that you have when you set a goal and when you achieve the goal. I'm really excited. I'm going to be participating in the challenge along with you. And obviously, for me, I'm not working on my accent or my pronunciation in English, but I'm going to talk about my own personal goals that I'm working on and how I'm setting SMART goals to help me achieve them. And so just like I'm encouraging you to take part, to take an active part, I'm going to be taking an active part as well. And I've been looking forward to this for a few weeks now because I really want to get going on some of these personal goals, and I know it's going to help me just like it's going to help you. So, okay, what is a SMART goal? My SMART goals are actually based on science, research, psychology, and experience. And they're based on what's going to actually work to help you improve your pronunciation. So I've done the research, so you don't have to. And the aspects of SMART goals are going to be divided. We'll talk about one aspect in each class. And so the first thing I want to mention is that SMART is an acronym. That means that the letters of the word stand for something. And so SMART goals, the first element of SMART goals that we're going to talk about today is the S in SMART. And the S stands for specific. So I want my goal that I'm going to set today to be something specific. Of course, I have bigger general goals, things that I'm working on, things I want to achieve. But if I set some specific steps along the way, I'm more likely to have success in achieving my big goal. And when I specifically state what my goal is, I can measure my progress and I can celebrate meeting that goal. And a lot of times, when we have a really big overarching goal, like get better at English, improve my pronunciation, or even things like lose some weight, eat more healthy, exercise more, whatever it might be, if it's great to have that big goal, but if we never have something that says, yes, I met the goal, sometimes we lose our motivation. And we don't always know how to go about achieving that bigger goal. And so I'm going to help you set some specific goals that will help you step towards achieving your bigger goal. So say, for example, that my goal in general is to have better pronunciation. And how am I going to be able to tell if I've reached that goal? So there may be some elements where I just feel like I have, or I notice people asking me to repeat myself less. Maybe I'm actually really being careful, recording myself, taking a baseline, saying, here's where I'm starting, here's where I'm finishing. But again, that's too broad and too general. And if I can break down that goal into some smaller steps that I can really measure and say, yes, I met this, or no, I need to keep working, I haven't gotten to this specific goal yet, then we're going to really see some progress and we're going to really feel some satisfaction. So for example, if my bigger goal is to improve my pronunciation, maybe my specific smaller goal is going to be to practice for, say, 30 minutes a week. So my general goal is improve pronunciation. That's a big goal. That's going to be hard to measure. It's going to be a lot of different things I can do. So if I get specific and I say, okay, right now I'm practicing maybe 5 minutes or 0 minutes, and I'm going to practice for 30 minutes a week. That's very specific. I can measure that. I can say, oh yeah, today I practiced 5 minutes. Today I practiced 10 minutes. And it's a small step that I know is going to potentially help me improve my pronunciation. Also, when I reach that goal and I'm practicing 30 minutes a week, I'll know it. Okay, I've kept track. I can say, yeah, I've reached that. And now I'm going to set another specific goal, working towards my bigger overall goal. I can work my way up to it as well. Maybe if you're not doing any practice right now, or you don't even know what to do for practice, you're going to start off, I'm going to have 0 minutes initially, then maybe 5 minutes, then maybe 1 week I'll do 30 minutes all at once, but I can measure and work my way up to that. Another example of a specific goal would be to practice saying a specific sound. So say I know I have difficulty with the R sound, for example. My goal could be, my overall goal, improving my pronunciation or being able to say R easily and correctly. That's still a very big goal. So I'm going to get even more specific, not just I'm going to be able to say R, but I'm going to say, how about I can pronounce 10 sentences, pronounce 10 sentences with R words correctly. So that's very concrete. So maybe you'd say, okay, that's not going to really improve my pronunciation, but it is a step towards doing that. And if I'm practicing, working on this, and I say at the beginning, maybe I have 0 sentences that I can say when I'm working on the R sound, if I'm practicing the same 10 sentences, over time, I'm going to be able to meet this goal, and I'm going to be able to say, yeah, I can say those 10 sentences more easily. I can use that R sound. Now I'm ready to add another specific goal. And if you've come to class or if you use my online courses or my website, you know that I'm giving you every week lots of new ideas and new suggestions. So to work on your R sound, to work on specific words, general work, whatever it is that you've been working on, you can think about what might be a good specific goal for you. On the website link that I put in the chat on speechmodification.com, I have some other suggestions for SMART goals, and so you can go there and check those out. And I also suggest that either on this video in the comments or here on the website, you write your specific goal. And if you want feedback and help from me, I'll tell you, yeah, I think that's a good goal, or here's maybe something you could do to tweak that goal. So here's the website link. When you go to speechmodification.com and you're just on the home page, you want to go to our free practice. And then in the online practice free trial is where these lessons will be. And here's today's lesson for specific. So that's going to be today's video and some of the text. Basically, if you miss the video, you can always read the lesson, and then a lot of suggestions. So I highly recommend going there and checking that out. I'll show you some more with that in just a moment. So let's go ahead together and set a specific goal. And what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to talk about my personal goal, and then we'll talk about a specific goal that you can set. And I'll give you some suggestions. You can do any of the ones that I'm suggesting, or even better, take some time and think about what might work well for you based on where you are, what your general big goal is, and then narrowing it down to that specific goal. So for me personally, I'm a singer, and I sing in a choir, and I'm working on improving being a better singer. So my big overall goal is I want to be a better singer. So I'm going to actually write that out. I want to be a better singer. But that's a pretty big goal. How do I know when I'm a better singer? What do I do to achieve that? Yes, there are a lot of different steps I can do, but that goal is my big goal. I need to have a specific goal that's going to help me reach this goal. So I have a lot of different ideas and things that I'm doing right now to become a better singer, but maybe I'm a little disorganized. I don't have a system in place, and I haven't set a specific goal. So my new specific goal is going to be similar to singing. Singing is just like working on pronunciation speech. I know that if I devote time for practice, I will improve. So currently I practice anywhere between 0 minutes, 5 minutes a week to 2 hours a week. It's pretty all over the board depending on what I have going on. If I have a concert coming up or if I'm singing a solo, I'm going to be practicing a lot more. But I don't have, I'm not really tracking how much I'm practicing. I don't really have that as a goal. So I'm going to set my specific goal to practice 30 minutes a week on my singing. You can do the same thing for practice 30 minutes a week on your pronunciation or on your R sound or on spend 30 minutes a week on an online course working on pronunciation. This is a specific goal. It's a measurable amount of time. I can say, yep, I met it or I haven't met it. And it's also somewhat reasonable for me. So we're going to talk about some more of the details in SMART. So right now we're on specific, but we're also in upcoming classes going to talk about making the goal meaningful, achievable, having rewards, and telling people. Right now, let's just focus on a specific goal, and we'll fold in the other elements of SMART later. So to meet that goal, I need to have some elements in place to remind myself and to know how to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and show you. I've been waiting for my chance to create this tracking sheet for myself. So my big goal is be a better singer. And I'm going to put that at the top to remind me that that's why I'm working on this. And I'm going to say, okay, practice 30 minutes a week. And I'm going to just make some spaces here for how much I practice. So I have rehearsals on Monday nights, so I'll probably go from Monday to Monday. So I'll say, okay, starting today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay, so later today, if I do some practice, I'm going to fill in how much time I made. And I hope that at the end, I'll be able to tally up that it's either 30 minutes or more than 30 minutes. Simple, very straightforward. I'm going to give you some other ideas for taking data and tracking what you're doing and reminding yourself all the other elements that are going to help with SMART goal. So that's my first SMART goal, is to practice 30 minutes a week on my singing. And that's going to be my most basic suggestion for you, is practicing 30 minutes a week on your pronunciation. If you need help and ideas for what to practice, that I'm going to help you along the way with, on our channel page here, we have a community page. And so I'm going to be on the community page posting links to the lessons and links to suggestions for what we can do for practice. In today's lesson on the website, I'm going to give you a little bit of a formula that you can fill in for creating your particular goal. So the formula is going to be like this. I will blank for blank per blank. Okay, so I can fill in something like I will practice. This is mine. I will practice for 30 minutes per week. You could also use this. I will say for 10 sentences my R sound. Or I will complete one lesson per week. So this is giving you kind of a framework to say, okay, what it is you're doing, how much you're trying to get, and how often. And so I know that seems maybe somewhat simple, but we often take these big ideas about, I'm going to improve, I'm going to get better, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to start running, whatever it might be, pronunciation, accent related or not. We don't always get as specific. So when you put in time frame, when you put in number, that's something that you can measure and you can say, yeah, okay, I did that. So maybe a week goes by and turns out 30 minutes was really more than you could manage. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be a big amount. In fact, a small amount is better because it's something that you can actually achieve. So check that out. And if you have some ideas, if you'd like feedback on your goals, you can put it in the comments. You can put it on the website, and I'm going to give you some help saying, yeah, I think that's a really good goal, or here's how I might change that goal. And I hope that people will put their personal goals on and will support each other and give each other ideas, because I know that one of the things that helps us achieve our goals is to be specific and to tell other people about them. So we're going to be a community supporting each other. So that's our first element of SMART goals. We'll talk about the next element, which is making your goal meaningful, in Friday's class. So the beginning of our Friday question and answer class, we'll talk for about 5 minutes about having a meaningful goal, and then I'll take your questions. If you have questions today about this topic or about anything else, please feel free to put those in the chat now. We'll spend a few minutes with question and answer here at the end. And also on Friday, I'm going to be talking about some of the requests that have come in this week. So people have asked me about pronouncing the word hazardous. We'll be talking about that on Friday, and a few other requests that I've received on Facebook and on the YouTube channel. Really, at any point, you can leave a comment on any of my videos or on the website with things that you'd like help with, and I'm happy to check that out. If you haven't been to the community page lately, feel free to check those out as well. You can find that we'll have sneak previews of what's coming up, and also lots of quizzes and resources showing you. This is a great way. Maybe your goal for the SMART Goals Challenge, your specific goal will be check out that community page on Christine's channel on speech modification. And that's something you can do once a day. It's really small and simple. So I will go to Speech Modification Seattle one time per day for a week and check out the materials there. Great. So I haven't seen any questions. If you have them, ask them now quickly before we wrap up for today. And then do come back to our Friday live class, which will be a question and answer class, back to our usual format, where we're going to talk a little bit about the SMART Goals Challenge and mostly take your questions about pronunciation, talking about some difficult words, and taking your requests. Okay, great. I'm so excited to have everyone here and part of the SMART Goals Challenge. Thank you for being a part of class today. Remember, if you want to sound American, you can do it. speechmodification.com.